Make sure you can see my hands. Okay, so essentially what I'm going to show you is how to create a wire ring, which is this right here. This little guy.
Oh.
So you can pass that around. I'm going to use this, which is called a ring mandrel. A ring mandrel. And I'm going to use this big thick wire right here. I have some blue wire and some red wire and some silver wire. And I need, would you hand me those safety glasses, please? Thank you. Always wear safety glasses when you're cutting wire. And I'm going to use my wire cutters right here. So I'm kind of playing to you guys and the camera. So I'm going to cut off a length of wire. So I've got that length of wire right here, and I've got my ring mandrel. Okay? So I'm actually going to flatten that wire together. This is going to create an adjustable ring. So I kind of just flattened that, then I'm going to take my flat ones right here. You can see that there's no teeth on these. Why do I not want teeth on them? Yeah, it causes problems with the wire because you want the wire to stay. If you're going to show this off as a ring, you really want your wire to stay as nice as possible. So I am just squishing this together. And I need to be really gentle or that wire mars really easily. So just kind of squish it together so it has this nice round shape here. See that, Petey? Okay. Now, I'm going to start with a little bit smaller than I normally would, so I'm going to put it around my ring mandrel, and I'm going to put my thumb on that, and I'm going to twist the other two pieces around. Ooh, this is going to be a huge ring. It's going to be huge. So I'm just going to kind of twist it and kind of curl those guys down a little bit. So I actually got a little bit too much wire. So I'm probably going to, I could either snip it off, or I could make it really wicked cool. I'm going to go with wicked cool today.
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Mason. So I'm going to take, what are these called?
I don't know. I can't remember. Pliers.
They're round nose. They're round nose pliers. Because they're round. See? Round. Okay. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to just start by curling it up. I'm just start curling it up. Are you laughing at me, Mason?
No.
See, now I have a curl on there. Really, really simple. Wire rings are one of the easiest things to do. I love making wire rings. And I'm going to curl this guy back down. And I'm going to curl him under a little bit more than my other one. Okay. Now you can kind of see that it's just kind of still sticking up off that ring mandrel. So if I were to put this on my finger, it's not going to fit very well. It's not going to sit very well in my fingers. It's not going to sit very well. It's just not very comfortable to wear yet. Okay, so I'm going to put it back on that ring mandrel, and then I'm going to take this hammer, not a regular hammer, please. Please don't hurt my ring mandrels. And I'm going to work harden it. Does anybody know what that means?
You're willing to say it one more time?
Huh?
Say the word one more time?
Work harden.
Yes, gonna make it like right in your kind of
Yeah. So essentially what I'm going to do, because this wire is really soft, I'm going to spend some time pounding it where I want it. So this right here, see how it was sticking up and now it's not? It kind of compacts it and hardens the metal a little bit. And that is not blood, that's paint.
What happened if you tempered it?
This is aluminum wire, so you really can't temper it very well. It'd probably just become melting. It just would melt. So now I'm just kind of taking it and I'm just kind of tapping it. So I still have this little guy which is kind of sticking up. So I'm going to very gently put my thumb on one side of it. And very carefully not to hit your own thumb, so I'm not hitting it very hard. So if I do hit my own thumb, it doesn't hurt as bad. And then I'm going to pound it down on the one side, and then I'm going to turn it around and pound it again on the other side. So that kind of shapes that ring mandrel. Does that make sense? So that gives it a little bit more comfortable fit. And I curl these little guys in so that they don't cut your fingers. Because this becomes really sharp. So now it fits really, really nicely on my finger.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I really like blue. So that is one simple way to create a wire ring. So if you look at your list, I showed you yesterday or the other day how to do a charm bracelet, and now we're looking at wire rings.